How's it going, YouTube? This is Joshua Houston here, and I apologize on the front end for the quality of this video, but if you're not making money online right now, then you need to watch this video and you need to listen to the words that I'm saying here. This is not a video about making money, so let me be clear on that. This is a video about not making money. So if ever there was a guy that failed online every way that you can imagine, I am that expert. And you know, from time to time, everything that I'm going to tell you about is either something that I've struggled with and figured out, or something that I still struggle with from time to time and have to catch myself. So if I refer to you, I'm referring to me, and if it applies to you, okay? So just here we go, spitballing it. Again, sorry, but the inspiration struck me, and I feel like somebody needs to hear this, so hopefully you get something out of it. So the first reason you're not making any money online is because you know that and it didn't work. Okay? So what do I mean by that? Well, let me ask you this. How many YouTube videos did you watch before you clicked on this one? And what about yesterday? How many YouTube videos did you watch? And every one of those videos that you watched, you've heard that before. You understand the concept. You could probably make that video yourself, right? But there's a difference between understanding and being able to repeat something and actually having an experiential knowledge of that something. It's completely different. And it's something that you don't realize until you actually go do it. So, is there a good example? Driving a car. Okay, driving a car is a great example. So when you were a kid, you rode with your mom, you rode with your dad, brothers, sisters, whoever. You rode in that car. You saw how they stopped at the red signs, and they went when the lights turned green, and they obeyed the traffic signals and the speeds. And you got it. You could probably even put your foot down on the floor when you felt like they were getting too close. But the day that you got your driver's license, all that changed, because it was a brand new experience. All of a sudden, there were things that you didn't even understand were part of the process. You were watching out for the other guy in traffic. You were trying to modulate your foot on the different pedals to get the right acceleration or deceleration. You know, there's so many different things that you have to be aware of that even though you could explain it sitting from the passenger seat, it was a completely different experience when you went to do it. Long explanation for a short point. Yes, you understand the concept, but are you actually applying what you're seeing in the videos or the trainings or wherever you're learning these things? It's something I've suffered from, something I've been guilty of a lot. So unless you've actually spent a week or a month going through the process and actually doing the work, you don't know it yet. And it's going to cause you to fail, and it's going to cause you to lose time, and it's going to cause you lots of misery if you don't, figure out what you're going to do. So that leads me into my second point. My second point is pick something and stick with it. And again, why am I so emphatic about this? Because it's something that I get sidetracked. I get shiny object syndrome. If you're watching this video still, I know it happens to you too. So pick something. And when I say something, I mean something specific. You're going to focus on promoting one offer, one way, until it becomes muscle memory. So right now, I have recently decided that I'm going to focus on promoting one offer, one type of marketing, and I'm going to get traffic from one place, and that's YouTube. And I'm going to do it until I master it. And then when I master it, I'm going to switch to something, or I'm going to add something else. Then I'll bolt something else on. But we can only focus on learning. I mean, we have a finite capacity to process new information efficiently. And even if you were a supercomputer in your head, you've only got so much time in the day. So pick one thing, get really, really, really good at it, even to the point where you could systematize it and outsource it to a VA if you had to. But pick it and learn it. So, and by that I mean, pick your offer. Study that offer. Whoever put the offer together, chances are they've got 5 or 6 angles on their sales page that you can work from. Do blog posts about those 5 or 6 angles. One blog post for one angle. Or do 5 or 6 YouTube videos, one video for each angle. And I'm saying this to say, get super granular, go really deep, and master one thing, all right? Now I want to go back to the YouTube videos, okay? You see a lot of guys on YouTube. If you're like me, if you're a knowledge junkie like I am, but what you don't realize is those guys aren't doing all those methods. Those guys are using YouTube, like I said, to promote one offer, but they're using it to get traffic. And so maybe they're talking about a different aspect of a funnel. You know, maybe they're working on funnels. One video will be about traffic. One video will be about building a list. But you have to watch what they are actually doing, and not so much what they're saying, not so much the tactics, but step back and look at what they've done over the past 6 or 7 videos and see what they're trying to accomplish. Get the big picture. You know, it is definitely and Josh Elder did a great video the other day. I'll link to it below. But he was talking about, you know, watch what they're doing, not necessarily what they're saying. What they're saying is a tactic, but what they're doing is the strategy that's making them money. The tactic in the video is not what's making them money. It's the strategy of all the videos put together. Okay? Okay, the next thing I want to talk about is, it kind of goes back to my first point, but I'm going to say this and you're going to go, yeah, I know that, but are you doing it? If you're not, then you don't know it. And I'm talking know it in the biblical sense, know it up close and personal with it. Do you know it? Having a plan. And this, I am so guilty of this, and this bites me on the butt almost on a weekly basis. So, you know, some of you still have jobs, you're busy, you've got kids, and then when you get a chance, you're going to sit down and try to work on your business, or you're going to try whatever it is that you're trying to do online. But if you don't plan it out, if you don't have a day-by-day, step-by-step list of things that you're going to accomplish in a certain order, in a systematic way, then you're going to be on YouTube looking for something to do instead of doing that thing that you really wanted to do 2 weeks ago, that made sense to you, that you were going to go ahead and that was going to be the one that was going to get you where you wanted to go. How do you do it? How do you fix this? You literally get a notepad. And I would advise you to get a notepad. Not a notepad on your computer. I'm talking either a spiral bound notebook or a yellow legal pad and a pen, and write it down. At the top of it, say, I want to build a funnel around this offer in whatever. I'm going to promote this offer with this traffic source, and I'm going to make 10 videos, and the 10 videos are going to cover these topics in each video, and at the end of each video I'm going to send them to this landing page, and they're going to be followed up with this email sequence. And And that's what it's going to take, guys. If you're not making money, that's what it's going to take. You're going to have to get that granular and that specific. And then you're going to have to treat yourself like your own employee and hold yourself accountable. And if you don't get it done, you're going to have to ask yourself, hey, why didn't you get this done? I told you what to do. It was on the paper. All you had to do was follow directions. Now, why am I saying that? Because this is how I have to talk to myself sometimes. I spent 15, 20 years as a manager, managing people, and I knew what had to be done. But, now that I'm cut loose and free on my own, sometimes the freedom gets the best of me. And, well, there's no boss standing over my shoulder, so I want to watch a YouTube video, and the next thing you know, you've lost 2 hours of your day. Does that sound familiar? If it does, then that's what you have to do. You have to be the boss and the employee. Write it down as granular, step by step, as you can possibly make it. And then don't deviate from that plan until it's done. You're failing because of new tools, new technology, and new gadgets. All right, so you've got a page builder or whatever, and it's not the best one. It's not sexy. It doesn't do a couple things that you wish it did. But let me ask you this. How long does it take to go in and learn how to set up a new software, how to connect it to everything else that you need it connected to? If you want to switch autoresponders, how long does it take to swap that follow-up series in there? I mean, even a 7-day follow-up series, you could spend 2 hours cutting and pasting that thing back in there. So before you go and buy a new piece of this or that, before you fall victim to another sexy sales page, just remember the last time that you did it and how much time it actually cost you. I'll give you an example. I got tired of autoresponders and paying for them, so I decided I was going to get one of these web apps that allows you to use your cPanel and send emails from your own cPanel and your own domain. Well, after 4 days, and after screwing up my main email domain and still not having it complete, I gave up on it and went back to GetResponse. But I cost myself 4 days of being stubborn and trying to fix what didn't need to be fixed, what wasn't broken, just something that I wanted to have different. And I could give you a ton of examples like that. How many do you have? How many days have you lost trying to set up a different hosting or learn a new page builder, or you fill in the blanks? You know what I'm talking about, right? So instead of spending 4 days, making my funnel more efficient, I lost 4 days that, I didn't gain any ground. I gave ground back. Or you're not making money online because you keep starting over. And I guess hopefully by now you guys are seeing a thread, because a lot of this is the same thing, just in different areas of your business. But you keep starting over. Either it's a new offer, or it's a new method, or it's a new something, but you keep starting over. So for instance, you think that, I don't know, you think that Bing ads is the way to go because it's cheap and it's a traffic source that not as many people are talking about. It's not as, you can fly under the radar. Besides, Facebook's shutting down your accounts and they won't, anyway, Facebook sucks, right? So let's go to Bing ads and let's do Bing ads. Never mind the fact that we've just spent the last month and a half and $4,000 learning how to do Facebook ads, or heck, even $40. It doesn't matter. The point is that the second that you abandon what you're doing right now, you might as well have not done it at all, because that time is gone and you cannot get it back. And unless it's just a complete and total bust, then chances are there's just one or two things that you still don't know yet. But I'll ask you this: is there somebody that's having success with it? Is there somebody that's making money at it? If so, then chances are you could too. You're just not there yet. But I promise you, the second that you give up on it and you go to some other traffic method or some other vertical, heaven forbid you go from, weight loss to make money or whatever, you're starting over. And, it's a killer. If you're not making money online yet, then ask yourself, how many times have I started over? How many times have I learned enough about it and then just decided, I'm going to do something else? Guys, this is a business. If you want to treat it like a hobby, then fine, it can be your hobby. But if you're listening to me, I'm assuming that you want to change your life and to be able to come and go as you please and to have the things that you want. And in order to do that, you have to treat this, again, like there's a boss standing over your shoulder who's going to fire you if you don't get it done. And that boss is you, and that boss is never going to have his freedom because he's going to have a boss of his own that he has to go and report to every day. So stop starting over. Okay, just a couple few points and I'll be done with this. Hopefully you're getting something out of this. Hopefully some of this resonates with you and maybe it turns a light on for one person that's watching this video. Alright, just a few little tactical things that you can do that will make a big difference. Unsubscribe from everybody's email list. If you want to follow one person that's doing already what you want to be doing, great, follow that person. Read their emails. Keep listening to them. Everybody else, unsubscribe from them. Unsubscribe from them. That's part of what keeps us stuck. If you're subscribed to my list and I'm not the person you're following, unsubscribe from my list. And I mean it. It's not gonna benefit you to split your focus. And if you're serious about making money online, you have to laser focus. Anything less will keep you stuck and broke and frustrated and wondering why you're not making money online. Unsubscribe. I'm going to put a link down below. The tool is free. It's not an affiliate link. It's just a tool. I can't even think of the name of it now, but look for it down below. You literally can unsubscribe from everything with one tool. So click that. And further to that point, further to the unsubscribe point, YouTube, same thing. Stop watching YouTube. If you watch my channel and my channel isn't the one that's helping you, then stop watching my channel. If you need to know something, if you need to learn how to do a tactical thing, go on YouTube, search for it, learn that thing, and then get off of there again. It's not making you money. All right? All right, last thing, and I'll be done with this rant, so hopefully it's beneficial to someone, but last thing is take time to examine yourself, to examine your thoughts, to examine what you've been doing, and sit down and see what's working. You should have that yellow pad, that spiral notebook, and you should be progressing through it. If you're looking at the same line for 3 or 4 days, then you know there's a problem. Or if you've been on the same page for 2 weeks, there might be a problem. It might be in your thinking, you might be going about it the wrong way, but examine your thoughts. Write down at the end of the day, what went well, what didn't go well. Write down at the end of the day what your exact action plan for tomorrow is. What time you're going to start and how long you're going to give yourself. Don't give yourself all night to do a simple thing. Again, time is money, and even though you're the boss of your business, you're still on the clock. and you're still costing the company money. So you need to be accountable for that time that you're spending, and treat it like, it's a check that somebody's paying you, because whether you pay with money or whether you pay with time, you're paying with your life, because it is your life. And if you're not making progress, then you're just wasting your time. You're wasting your life. So take it serious, guys. All right, that's it. Hopefully this wasn't too painful of a rant. Hopefully you got something out of it. If you did, and you would like to hear more about the stuff that most of the guys don't tell you about, this is the things that I wish somebody would have told me long ago, because I could have saved myself a lot of pain and heartache. If this is helpful, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, let me know what you're stuck with. Chances are I've already struggled my way through it, and I'd love to have the chance to help you. There's no opt-in, there's no nothing. Just let me know what you're stuck on, and I'll do my best to help you. All right? Thanks. Have a good day. Bye.